Hey y'all, it's me Lips. Welcome to the LIPPSMACKER YouTube channel. Let's take a moment today to talk about the future of this channel, some changes that are coming up, and overall a thank you for the support through this year. This has been one of the biggest years of growth for this channel, and personal growth and content growth in a lot of different ways, and I'm so grateful for all of the support and the hype. So if you don't know, this YouTube channel started as a gaming channel. It started as a way for me to upload and get a little more visibility on my Twitch streams, and it started as like super lightly edited VODs, and for a long time that is what it was. In the last 2 years or so, I started to become a little more intentional with it. I started cutting out big reactions of things, and those would do well. And then I started doing a YouTube exclusive playthrough of all the Grand Theft Auto games. And that's kind of the bread and butter of how this channel started, is gaming. Now, in the beginning of this year, in the beginning of 2023, The Last of Us TV show came out, and The Last of Us is one of my favorite games. It was some of the best content that I had on this channel at the moment, and it was a natural choice to react to the show, and it was a natural choice for those reactions to live here on this YouTube channel, and so they did. And I was proud of that decision, and that decision made sense for the strategy of this channel and this community at the time. Now, I made a decision to continue doing reaction content because I loved it so much. And when I made that decision, I questioned if I should start a reaction-only channel. I asked a couple of friends, I talked about it a little bit, I really debated the work that goes into creating a new channel, and at the time, it didn't make sense for me to break up my content into 2 channels. Now, obviously, things have changed. We've had a massive amount of growth for me and on this channel, and I have decided that I will be breaking off reaction content to live on its own channel. That reaction content will be, the reaction channel is linked down below. I love you so much, but I'm going to put you down, okay? Say bye. So like I said, that channel link is down below for you. Please go follow it if you're here for reaction content. Now, the change of this channel and where the reaction content lives is not necessarily going to happen overnight. Now, obviously, Lord of the Rings content is going to go up here. I have my reaction to Five Nights at Freddy is going to be up here. I have been working incredibly hard behind the scenes to record content that I could post when the strikes ended. And I'm really excited to release the things that I've been working on, the movies that I've recorded. I have recorded my reaction to every episode of The Fall of the House of Usher, and that is the first series that will start over on the new reaction channel. I loved the show, and I really hope that you will go watch those reactions over there if you enjoyed the show or you want to catch up on the show along with me. The first movie franchise series that will happen on the new reaction channel is John Wick. Now, reaction content is not leaving this channel, at least not at this moment, and possibly never. I can't predict the future. I don't know if it will make more sense for The Last of Us Season 2 to live here or to live on the new channel. What I do know at this moment is that I will be reacting to the Hobbit movie series, and that will live here on this LIPPSMACKER channel. What happens after that, we'll see. Transparently, I do rely on the income I make from YouTube to pay my bills and to support myself. So to break off all of my reaction content at this time feels super intimidating and like a cliff that makes me want to curl in bed and not think about. So I'll take it one day at a time, one reaction at a time, and we'll go from there. So that's the update on reactions. That's the update on this, what's happening with this channel and what's happening over there. What it comes down to, and I did poll you guys in the community section, and technically keeping it all on one channel did win. And thank you so much for your thoughts and your insight on that poll. What it really comes down to is that I think more than not about how I'm putting so much content onto this channel that kind of fights with each other, not in a way of like the gaming content doesn't get the love it deserves or the reaction content doesn't get the love it deserves, but rather I don't think when people go to look at the catalog of content I put out, they're as inclined to subscribe and follow along the journey because they're getting too much of something that they don't want. And that's really where the decision comes down to, is that I want the experience of this channel to be enjoyable. I want it to be something that people follow because they like the content coming out. Maybe they don't always like the movie I'm reacting to, or maybe they don't always like the game that I'm playing, but they like that kind of content. And right now, this channel, I think, does create a little bit of a hodgepodge of content that makes that a little bit harder. So thank you to those that have followed in this time and that maybe have come over. I know some of you guys have come over to Twitch and hung out in Twitch chats. I know many of you have joined book club, and book club won't be leaving this channel. I honestly can't imagine a world in which anything Lord of the Rings leaves this channel. But again, I can't tell the future. I want to make the decision that makes the most sense for all of us, and the decision that makes the most sense for the content. Right? I put a lot of work into the content I create, and I get better every time I post something. I get better every time I edit something. This decision is hard, but it's not that hard, is it? It's not that hard. Really, the hardest thing is like working really hard and doubly hard for the next little bit until the second channel grows up. It's just on a little baby. That's the tea. I think that's it. So like I said, the content that's going up right now over on Lips Reacts, that's the new YouTube channel, it will start with the Fall of the House of Usher and the John Wick movie franchise. I'm trying to decide what the movie franchise after that will be, and it's possible it'll be Mission Impossible or Back to the Future. I don't know. And then TV series wise, I've got a lot floating around in my head. I had done a poll ages ago before the strike on what was going to happen after the Sandman ended, and I need to go back and see what won, and also see kind of like where things are with that. I would really like to watch The Bear, Boys. I don't know. I'm open to requests down in the comments, just so I know kind of like what kind of shows you guys want. I'm debating on if I'm gonna just jump into one of the big journeys that has been requested many times but is super intimidating, and those are either The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. Those are two series I have never seen, but they are long and intimidating, but would be a great journey, and also I think would help that channel grow tremendously. So if I'm going to do it, I think now is the time to jump into one of those, right? So let me know down in the comments what reactions you're keen to see. I think we won't necessarily do like one-off movies as much as we'll do franchises over there right now, but I don't know. We're going to continue doing, well, I say that we will continue doing indie movie reactions. By indie, I mean I'm so stubborn. I am so incredibly stubborn. Some days it's a red flag, some days it's a green flag, some days it's a beige flag. Take it as it is. I will continue doing A24 reactions. That was one of the wonderful things about opening up my content into new ways, was that I started book club and I started reacting to A24 movies. Those were the two things that I did to fill the void of struck work. And some of the A24 movies that I've watched are amazing. This weekend, I was supposed to release my reaction to the movie Close. I will still be releasing that. Which channel it releases on, I'm not sure yet. I think here, because I announced that it would release here. But it's so good, and I cried so hard watching that. It's such a beautiful movie. And I want to continue working my way through that catalog because I'm stubborn and I have it in my head that I'm going to watch every single one, and then I'm going to do a wrap-up video of every single reaction. So look, that's what's on the table. But also, if reaction content is your jam, head on over to the new channel again. It's linked down below. I'd love to have you in your support. It means the world. And also, as always, the content happens on Twitch. The content happens here on YouTube. It will be happening on the two channels. There is a third channel that is not movies, is not games, kind of intertwined of both. There is a lore cooking channel that I have been producing content for. I'm in the editing stages of it and figuring out how to make that content the best that it can be. But it will essentially be like story time through food. So I'm currently working my way through the God of War Ragnarok cookbook, or technically just the God of War cookbook, the official God of War cookbook. I don't think it's Ragnarok specific. So I'm working my way through that. I've got some other cookbooks on my throne. That's also linked down below if that's your jam. I haven't put anything out there yet. That is a huge labor of love, and I am honestly terrified. It's incredibly new, but it's been fun to create content for. So that's the ecosystem of Lips. The LIPPSMACKER channel, that's the lore cooking video channel, the Lips Reacts channel, and of course you've got your LIPPSMACKER here. This is going to be gaming, but it may also be reactions that make sense to live on this channel from time to time. I'm so excited to fully dive back into content and reactions that I've been holding back from, and I'm just excited for the future. We're gonna end 2023 so strong, and then 2024, baby, 2024 is the year of Lips. I'm calling it now. So get in early. Okay, thank you for listening to me ramble. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the comments.